Welcome back everyone with another video. Let's get that lined up. Today I wanted to talk about the advantages of having an ego, the bright side of having a very powerful ego. In a way, that superiority complex that we all know and love. Now, obviously, ego. Lots of people, they say it's bad to be egotistical. It's bad to have a large ego. It's bad to have, people just say it's bad to be confident within yourself. Like, I believe having an ego is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And this is why. Because an ego is your mind, your personality, realizing the version of yourself that you want to become. So my ego is just a couple steps ahead of where I currently am. And I think that's brilliant because it puts me in that place, it puts me in that position so that I already feel like I'm there in a way, and I already have accomplished the mindset to be there. But it also gives me the point where I'm always working to achieve that aspect physically. I'm still working to achieve that which my mind already has, if that makes sense. So as my mind is already at that goal of, let's say, making X amount of money, being in great shape, having X, Y, and Z, that confidence, that ego, it makes me feel better in myself, and it also makes me want to realise that potential even more. It makes me want to achieve those things even more because I realise how important they are to me. My ego is, a person's ego is the deep down feelings of what they want. So whether you've got like a really shy ego, whether your ego is really timid and set back and doesn't achieve much, it's not really an ego. But when you look at an ego such as someone like myself, you look at, say, Andrew Tate's ego, like phenomenally high levels of aspirations, and what they want to achieve is just the top upper echelon. They've got so much going for them. So that, and yes, the ego may not match their current situation, but the key is you need to work to have your current situation match your ego. I believe it's a bad thing to have a very strong ego when you're not working to realise it. But if you're constantly like working your ass off to achieve what your ego is, then I think all for you. Have as strong an ego as you want. As long as you're working hard for it, that will show. And that is where you develop the mental strength, the mental confidence, the superiority complex that I'm on about. When you're waking up at 5 a.m. every morning, beating everyone else up, you're going for a run, you're doing your cold plunge, you're doing this, you're doing that, you've done like 3 hours of productive work before everyone else is even awake. That's the next level. That's what allows you to feel completely superior. Myself, I don't wake up early anymore, but I stay up late. I stay up till maybe 1 in the morning. So by the very end of the day, I know that I've gotten more work done than everyone else. But the thing that hurts, the thing that drives me in the mornings, is I know that there have been people up for 4 or 5 hours who have been awake for that long, who have been conquering and attacking their goals. So I need to catch up. So I spend the rest of the day catching up. And I imagine by the time they've gone to bed, I've already caught up. And then when it gets to the point where I have another 4 or 5 hours left since they've gone to bed, then I can lap them. Lap, gone. That's how I do it day to day now. It's every day I'll wake up and I will see myself as behind the competition. I am lacking, I am struggling, I am in 3rd place. And throughout the day, I will overtake second place and I will get up neck and neck with first place, and then they go to bed. Then it's for me, I get the chance to take those next steps, to make that next 5 laps, to do whatever I have to do. So I believe it's all in the mind. Your ego is vital to your success. You must mentally realize what you're capable of and make that your aim, make that your feeling, make that how you think. It's almost like you already believe you're there mentally, and then with that you start to almost create it physically as your mind already sees it. Your mind is such a strong tool. Manifestation is, I believe it's a real thing, but not in the way that people believe it to be so. How people think of manifesting is, oh, I want $100 million. Oh, it's appeared in my hand. I manifested it. That's not how it is. If you constantly, over and over again, think about a certain topic, a certain subject, a certain idea that you have, then over time, that's going to be what your subconscious thinks about. And your body as a mechanism, your mind as a mechanism, will shoot for that goal. If I constantly think about every single second of every day making £100 million, then for the rest of my life, like if I think about that every second of every day, eventually I'm going to make some form of money, whether it be, or I think about putting the systems in place to be able to make £100 million. Eventually I'm going to start putting those systems in place. They'll start feeling natural to me. And that's the importance of it. If you can almost day to day think about the goals that you want to achieve, but almost manifest them in a way so that they're almost real, that is your ego. Almost acting as if you've already achieved the goals, but then working so hard to achieve them that no one can say that you're not going to. This has probably been a really short video, but yeah, we will see you in the next one.